Watch yourself!
All right, Bond fans, we have some exciting news here. Yesterday, on February 12th, we had a surprise little state of play for PlayStation, and I typically don't assume that big things will come of this, but boy was I wrong. Not only did we get news on a God of War trilogy remaster, Metal Gear 4 Guns of the Patriots is out of PlayStation 3 jail, and the game I'm very, very excited for this year, 007 First Light, got a story trailer. Now, this is what I've been waiting for. I'm waiting for more details on the story of 007 First Light. So it's a quick, like about a minute 30 long trailer here. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to kind of sit down here and sort of break down the trailer. One, because it's not that long and less editing for me, and I want to see what we can point out detail wise, because I did notice some fun things here, so I want to kind of break it down and kind of explain it. So let's take a peek, shall we? All right, let's jump in here. Off the jump, we're already seeing Bond and Greenway together on mission. I'm assuming this is the same location of Lenny Kravitz's character's like base of operations. Look at they're escaping here, and we have this mysterious figure that some people think is 009, but I don't think it is. I do think it's sort of like a main henchman. Every Bond movie had that main henchman. You look at Jaws, you look at Odd Job. I think it's just the kind of main villain. It could be 009. I know it is kind of like a big detail now because of the collector's edition they put out that comes with the mask that this character is wearing. So who knows? I could be wrong, and this is probably 009, who knows, but definitely going to be an important character either way. So crazy to see them. They clearly showed up to the party after the whole Lenny Kravitz debacle, I guess. I guess the concert wasn't that good. Got that sizzle. We got some MI6 training operatives here. Which I was trying to look at all these characters, see if there's anybody important here. I did recognize this girl. I think she's in the car with Bond when they're on that mission, the green Jaguar on the first initial like gameplay trailer. I think she's one of the agents. She might be one of the 00 agents in training. I'm assuming these are all 00 agents training to become 00s. I don't know if it's like Kingsman or something. Are they all competing to be a 00? Who knows? Because we have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that could be 001, 002, 003 through 6. Who knows? That's just me being weird. Although I think this is Bond right here, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Who knows? He's a bad influence on the other recruits who. We got a little training montage here, and that's her again, right? That's all of them, right? Yeah, these are all 00 agents. These are definitely 00 agents in training, if you will. So it looks like there's going to be some sort of stress testing here with Bond and these other characters to see if he can play well with others.
To his charm. Look, I know where this is going. Do you mind telling me why?
M's off. By the way, as a Bond nerd, this excites me a lot. Seeing the padded door, which is like the staple of M's office. If you're again a fan of the movies, he always had the padded door in the office in the older, definitely in the Connery movies, a few of the Roger Moore ones as well. They brought it back in No Time to Die, so always nice to see that the M's office is still being kept up here.
I would like you to join His Majesty's secret.
We got a little more gameplay. We're excited about that.
I strongly believe that there is a need for some.
Now, this is what I'm really excited to see. This is sort of what they were covering in the cover and the article that was just dropped with Game Informer, this sort of Iceland incident, I suppose they're calling it. I originally thought it was something to do with his parents. Hell, it could be, because we do have him standing in this room with clearly dead agents or something. I think there's another still of it, but definitely here is at least 3 or 4 coffins here with the UK flag over them, so clearly agents. We're not sure who this gentleman is yet. I'm sure he's going to be important to the story. Is he this going to be some kind of guy that's going to be in cahoots with 009, who is the potential villain of this story? We're not sure yet.
I strongly believe that there is a need for such heart and intuition in modern spycraft. That's the very reason I'm bringing back the Double O's.
Interesting. Bringing back the Double O's. So the Double O's were a thing. They decided to drop the Double O's. I'm assuming, as we're connecting ideas here, because of 009. Something 009 did dispersed the 00 program. They just stopped. What happened? Where are the other 00s? What happened? There was something that happened there that just completely canceled it out. I don't know. They're still referring to him as 009. We don't know. But they're training these new 00s to bring back the program. Why are they doing that? Why did it stop in the first place? Interesting concept to think. It's always interesting to think that there were 00s before 007 was a 00. So we never really get into that lore. So that's why I'm more excited about this story of the younger Bond, because we always know what's going on with the tuxedos and the Aston Martins, but we never know what it all was. It's inception. It's a very interesting. So 00's not a thing, but they're going to be a thing soon.
Need I state the obvious? He is not ready.
He's not ready to be what? A 00? What are you trying to say? Here's what I was talking about before, that a wide shot of holy crap. This is very reminiscent of like past movies for sure. But are these just agents that fell during the Iceland incident? Most likely. Are we seeing the death of his parents? I don't think it would happen in the Iceland incident. When his parents die, I'm pretty sure he's very young, so I'm sure this was years after. I don't know if we're going to see that at some point. But I can assume these are just agents that fell during the Iceland incident, and Bond was probably the lone survivor. And then MI6 saw this guy, was like, that guy should be a 00.
James, the service is over.
Who's holding the hand? Who's holding the hand? Who's that? Who's swooping in to console Bond? We don't know. Possible love interest. Is this our girl from before? Actually, probably not, because they meet in the mission later. So it could be somebody else.
Over.
Oh, big excitement. Big excitement. Can we get a quick... If you guys know me, if you guys have been following these videos, you already know your boy is a big fan of the Bond cars, and they're bringing out... This is the DB9, I believe. DBS. We'll call it DBS. This is the Casino Royale car, so already confirmed there will be other cars from other films spread out through the game. So this excited me right away. I can't wait to see the DB5. I can't wait to see the Timothy Dalton one. Like, there's so many other ones. So great to see that we got another Aston Martin bursting through the scene, and we're ready to go. Ready to go. I'm excited.
I should be interested to see what you do.
Yeah, like, this guy's like very on his ass. He's like, I want to, we'll be watching you. I'm very interested to see what you're like. There's something sus about this dude, but who knows? He could be just works for the Secret Service, and he just wants to see Bond do well. A mentor, maybe, but maybe not. I smell a villain.
009 will employ
Now this is interesting. That's a beautiful shot, by the way. Now this is interesting right here. They're building a 3D mesh here of possibly 009's face here. They're scanning here. Status not active. He's not an active agent, obviously. He's a top ranking field agent. His skill set is he's multilingual, social infiltrator, disguise mastery, psych profile, insufficient data. So what the frig is happening with this guy, man? This guy is crazy. It can definitely be compared to 006 in GoldenEye, played by Sean Bean back in the day. Looking at this is potentially our first look at him. Looks like an older gentleman, so that definitely checks out that this dude is a lot older, and this incident happened, you know, a while ago. So this guy's a grizzled vet. This guy knows what's up, but still begs the question: who's playing 009? From this, I can't really you can't really tell. If I look at it, like they give you so little detail. They give you a lot, but enough to be like you can't tell who this is. So I can't. Let me know in the comment section below. Can you guys like have any guesses of who this is? Am I missing something? It's got to be a big actor. If I was to just make a fun guess, I would say Ian Glenn. Ian Glenn would be fun, but I doubt it. Ian Glenn was actually somebody I wished would play Bond. After watching him in Game of Thrones and stuff, and if he was like younger, I think he would have been a great James Bond. So I think missed opportunity on Ian Glenn. So shouts out. Maybe this is our opportunity to get Ian Glenn in a Bond project. I'll take it.
every manner of subterfuge to
There
avoid
he
capture.
goes. So yeah, look like we're spending a lot of time in this desert area. We'll call it Lenny Kravitz's castle.
Housekeeping, I presume.
Housekeeping.
You seem the kind of guy.
And here we go. We got some Bond girl action. This is not the same girl we've been seeing. So we all know Bond gets around here and there. So I'm sure we're going to be interrogating a lot of ladies, I'm sure.
Boy likes.
And there it is, the classic gunplay and the classic theme in the background there. I couldn't help but notice the car right here. I'm just taking a peek at that car. That's probably the Valhalla, if I could try to make out the shape of it. It could be an Aston Martin Vanquish. It could be another Aston Martin, but I couldn't help but tell. Got a car under there. It's always gonna pique my interest. Looks like he's definitely in Q Lab, getting ready, putting that silencer on that PP9 or whatever it is. You guys will correct me, I'm sure, in the comments. But he's gearing up. Interesting to see his hairstyle. This is definitely his military hairstyle. Not the hairstyle we've been seeing in previous trailers. So this is definitely him fresh off the boat, I guess, from the military. And look at that scar, how much more prominent it is here. So that leads me to believe, man, a lot of time must go by, like from here to his first mission, because the scar is pretty faded when we see it in the initial trailer. So interesting. I just noticed that just now. That scar is very, very fresh looking.
Of course not.
Okay, I mean, look, right here. Look how much more faded is here, and the hair is different. So, man, a lot of time must go through in this game. Crazy.
I'm not an idiot.
Money Penny.
Agents have very short
A little
life
more gameplay.
expectancy.
A little more action. Explosions.
Get caught, we will deny ever having heard of you. How does that sound?
When do I start?
How about right now? And of course, we got that deluxe edition stuff. So, man, a lot of fun little details in here. Again, we're kind of getting deeper into it. So what did we learn here? Double O's have been gone for a bit. They're trying to bring the Double O's back by training these young guys, including James Bond. 009 seems like a bad man. He seems like a force to be reckoned with, so definitely going to be something interesting for a young James Bond to take on for his first mission. Again, it seems like a lot of time is passing through this, so I'm curious to see like how far into the game, like, do we become 007 in this game? I'm sure it's probably within the first like hour of the game. It's probably like 007 status, boom, you're in, let's get to work and find 009. Again, I'm super excited to see the addition of different cars, of course. We're getting that classic feel of James Bond, but in that modern package. So if you're a true Bond fan, I think you're gonna find something you love in this game, and I am so beyond excited. Obviously, I'm really bummed out with the March 27th date being moved to May 27th, but we'll get there eventually. But guys, let me know in the comment section below, what are your thoughts on this initial trailer? Is there anything that I missed detail-wise that should be brought to attention? While you're down there, be sure to comment, like, subscribe to the channel if you want more 007 First Light news like this. And as always, stay friggin' nerdy. We'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.
Agents have very short life expectancy. And if you do get caught, we will deny ever having heard of you. How does that sound?
When do I start?